Power Platform pipelines are a game changer for deploying your Power Apps. Imagine this. You've built an awesome app, and now you need to get it from your development environment to your users in a safe and controlled way. That's where pipelines come in. They automate the process of moving your app through different stages like development, testing, and finally production. This means less manual work, fewer errors, and faster deployments. Pipelines help you implement something called Application Lifecycle Management, or LLM. ALM is a fancy way of saying you have a structured approach to developing, testing, and deploying your app. This ensures your app is of high quality and meets your users' needs. Before we can start using pipelines, we need to set up our environments. Think of environments as containers for your apps. You'll need at least 3 development environments. This is where you build and test your app. Test environment. This is a separate environment where you test your app more thoroughly before it goes live. Production environment. This is the live environment where your users will access the app. Make sure you have the correct licenses assigned to each environment. Also, ensure that the accounts you'll be using have the necessary permissions to work with pipelines. Now let's install Power Platform pipelines. You can find the Pipelines app in the Microsoft Power Platform Admin Center. Once installed, you need to configure it. This involves creating a pipeline and defining the different stages it will have. You'll connect each stage to the corresponding environment we set up earlier. Next, we'll configure the actions that should happen at each stage. For instance, you might want to run automated tests in the test environment or have someone manually approve the deployment to the production environment. With our pipeline set up, we are ready to deploy our first solution. In Power Apps, a solution is a package that contains all the components of your app. We need to export this solution from our development environment. Once the solution is exported, we can go back to our pipeline and start a new deployment. We select the solution we just exported and choose the pipeline we want to use. The pipeline will then take over and automatically deploy our solution through each stage, following the configurations we set up earlier. And that's it, our app is now deployed to the production environment. With Power Platform pipelines, deploying your Power Apps becomes a breeze.